Welcome to Marketing and Mindset for Wellness Coaches, the podcast for health coaches and wellness entrepreneurs just like you who are building a business, making the world a healthier place, and designing a first-class life. I'm your host, Kim Foster, MD and certified business coach, and I'm on a mission to help you up-level your strategy and raise your mindset so you can truly thrive and grow your business. Let's get started.
Well, hey there, it's Kim here. Welcome to another episode of Marketing and Mindset for Wellness Coaches. Now, so often when I have a conversation with a new and growing coach who is building her business, I ask her what she's doing to market her business. And she'll start talking to me about her Instagram approach or what she is posting about on Facebook. And I have to tell you, when it comes to marketing, so many coaches are getting it wrong. They are so focused on social media, pouring all of their energy into social media, slaving away and producing lovely images and crafting just the right caption and all the things. But the trouble is, when social media is your only marketing plan, you are building your business on borrowed land. With social media, you don't own your followers. You are not in control of the changes that happen on the platform, whatever that platform is, and you don't control the algorithm or the various changes that Mark Zuckerberg might decide to make down the road. In contrast, email is completely different because you do own your email list. You are in charge of how you communicate with your list, and you get to set the pace and make the rules. Now, people who are in your email list, these are people who raised their hand to say, yes, they want to learn more from you. Now, I'm not saying ignore social media, not at all. Social media can be great for a lot of reasons and will definitely have its place in your business, but think of social media as your garden. It's the brightly colored flowers that smell amazing and attract the right kind of attention. They attract the bees and the butterflies that you want to attract, and then, of course, brings them closer. From there, you're inviting them to have a deeper relationship with you, inviting them off the social media platform and into the nectar of all the good stuff you've got, aka your email list, and eventually, if everything goes well, working with you. So in this episode, let's focus on your email list, specifically starting your email list. Now, before we dive in, I just want to let you know that I have opened up a few slots for strategy sessions with me. These are complimentary one-to-one calls. We will get on the phone together and I can help you get clarity on exactly what you need to do next in your wellness coaching business. This will be a laser-focused strategy session. It's designed to really quickly identify where you're stuck, and I'll give you the 2 to 3 steps that you need to take so you know exactly what to do next. I offer these calls for free for 2 main reasons. One is because I know that I definitely could have used this kind of mentorship when I was starting out, and I'm on a mission, of course, to help new and emerging coaches in the health and wellness space to really get out of that stagnant, stuck zone that I know I stayed in for way too long. And the other reason is that, of course, I realize that there are some people who are curious about what it's like to work with me and what kind of programs I offer for the serious, ambitious coach who wants to build a freedom-based business that feels meaningful and also changes people's lives. And of course, the best way to help you learn more about what it's like to work with me is just to start off with a conversation. So I'll put the link in the show notes for how to schedule your call with me personally. Like I say, I only have a limited number of spots, so be sure to grab your spot right now if you're even thinking about it. Let's get you clear on the exact steps you need to take to design the rest of 2020 and make this your year. Okay, so let's jump into today's topic, which is, of course, all about how to build your email list. Now, I can hear the objections already. If you're super new at this and maybe you don't even feel like you've got a business yet, building your list feels like something you can kind of put off until you've got other things established. But I'm here to tell you that you don't even need to have your business established yet to start your email list. It's true. You don't need a website or a detailed business plan or any of those other things you think you need. All of that stuff will come in time, but I want you to start an email list anyway, no matter what stage you're at. You can think of it like this. If you have social media accounts and you're posting stuff online, only 3.5% or fewer of your followers actually see your content on social media. Your time would be way better spent using that same content and posts and ideas and tips and putting them into your email newsletters and your email sequences and delivering that stuff to your subscribers who will have much better engagement, and you're showing up directly in their email inbox. It's just a strategy that will give you much more bang for your buck, and you'll get more traction that way. So let's talk about how to build an email list from scratch. Step one, your very first step is to simply pick an email marketing system. I know that this can get confusing, and a lot of coaches get stuck right here because there are a lot of different platforms to choose from and they get overwhelmed and put off making a decision. Don't be that woman. Yes, there are a lot of different email marketing systems to choose from, but don't get paralyzed and never make a decision. Sure, do your research on maybe 2 to 3 providers and then just choose one. So popular options include MailChimp or MailerLite, or my personal favorite and what I use myself, which is ConvertKit. I started on MailChimp many years ago, and when I outgrew it and my needs changed, I shifted over to ConvertKit, and it has been the best decision. So just know that it is, of course, possible to change your email service provider. It's not a tattoo on your face. You are not stuck for life. You can change your mind and change platforms down the road. So don't let the confusing array of options out there keep you from picking just one. The most important thing is just to pick one today, in fact, and then get on with the next steps. If you don't love whatever you have chosen in a few months' time or in a year or whatever, you can change it, but we need to get you moving on to the next step. So this is step 2. So once you've made your choice of email marketing system, next up, you need to create a single opt-in. This is just one free offer or free gift. This is otherwise known as a lead magnet or a freebie. What you want to do is figure out what would be of value to your audience or your ideal clients. What would they be willing to give their email address to receive? Now, a lot of coaches get stuck right here, trying to come up with the absolute perfect opt-in. They agonize over the decision and then slave away creating something really complex or perfect. And the fact is, this does not have to take a ton of time, and it does not need to be perfect. In fact, most of my clients or group participants take care of this step in about 2 days or less with my support and help. So to get this step taken care of and done, I want you to ask yourself what you can offer right now without doing a ton of research and, all sorts of hours spent slaving over this. What could you easily put together to help your ideal client with this first small step? Just to solve one simple problem. Maybe it's a checklist or a tip sheet or a mini guide. There are lots of options, but the important thing is to just start with one thing and allow it to be super simple. And if you're feeling tempted to create a whole ebook, I want you to resist that temptation. Something long and complex is actually going to be less appealing for people to download for free. A 100-page ebook represents a commitment for people. It represents a lot of time that they'll have to set aside to go through all those pages. And besides, if you gave people the option of solving the same problem by either reading a 100-page ebook versus a 3-page checklist and worksheet, which one would you rather have? So break it down into something small and simple, a quick win that people would ideally want to swap their email address for. You don't need to get them a massive transformation. It's really just a taste of transformation. Now, something I don't want you to do particularly is to have an opt-in that just says, sign up here for updates. This is okay as a very brief placeholder while you're getting your actual opt-in set up, but don't leave it like that for too long. It's not as tempting as you think it might be. Most people, when they read that, they will just think that they're signing up for more emails in their inbox, more promotional stuff and spam, and nobody wants more emails for no reason. So instead of this, make sure that you're creating something of value that your people actually want. So at this point, hopefully you've got a couple of ideas for your opt-in freebie, and so the next thing to do is, of course, actually create it. Now, I recommend using a free design tool like Canva to create on-brand documents for your opt-in freebie. Or if you have a VA, this would be the perfect thing to hand over to her. I also want to mention that I do have a bundle of done-for-you opt-ins and lead magnets that I got my designer to create that are specifically designed for health and wellness coaches. They are designed on Canva and you can use them out of the box. Just change the name and add your logo, or you can customize them as much as you like. It's definitely a time saver if you don't want to fuss and fiddle with trying to create your own opt-in. I'll put the link in the show notes to that bundle so that you can take a look and see if it would work for you. But once you've got your actual opt-in created, now it's time to move on to the next step, which is to create a sign-up form. Now, this is otherwise known as a landing page, and it's really the final step to starting and growing your list. You need to create a way for people to sign up for your list, and then you're going to share that offer everywhere you can think of. Now, I know that this involves tech, and you might be worried about the tech piece, but trust me, there's no need to go into overwhelm about this. I can't go into tons of detail here about how to actually execute the tech pieces of this in this one podcast episode, because of course it depends which email marketing system you've chosen and of course whether you have a website or not yet. But the bottom line is that most likely whichever email marketing system you chose, they probably had some detailed tutorials on how to create your opt-in form and where to have it live online, because that's what they do. Whether it's MailChimp or ConvertKit or another email platform, they are there to help you figure out this one little piece. And I know that you are a smart cookie and you can figure this out. So don't go into overwhelm, just look for the answer. And I know you can set up a really simple page with a sign up form that allows you to automatically collect somebody's name and email address. And like I say, once you have that opt-in form and landing page created, you can share that link everywhere you can think of. Add it to your Instagram bio, post about it in your Facebook posts, share it inside groups that you're allowed to do that in, and keep sharing it. Remember, only a very small percentage of people will actually see your posts on social. So even though you may feel like you're repeating yourself, most people are only going to see it once or maybe a couple of times. And as we know, most people need to be exposed to something several times before they actually ever take action. So don't just do one post and then allow yourself to feel all disappointed that hundreds of people haven't joined your list yet. That's normal. Keep going. As with so many things, consistency wins. Okay, so there you go. That's what I've got for you today. Those are the 3 simple steps to take to begin to build your email list, even if you're building it from scratch. So just to recap, step 1 is to choose your email marketing system. Step 2 is to create your opt-in. And then step 3 is to create a landing page where people can sign up and then just go ahead and share that link everywhere you can think of over and over again. Now, obviously, there are many more things that you'll need to do with your actual list once it starts growing. Things like creating a welcome sequence and a nurture sequence and communicating with your email subscribers on the regular, and also making offers and promoting your services via email. But first things first. I know for sure that I will tackle those subjects in future episodes, so stay tuned for that. But for now, just get yourself up and running and building that list. I should mention that these are the things that I help all my clients and group participants with step by step and in great detail inside my programs, especially inside Business Academy for Coaches. And if you know that you need that degree of guidance and accountability, then I invite you to check out that program and let me help you build your entire marketing system for your coaching business. It's what I do. Okay, so that's a wrap for today. I would love to hear from you. Take a screenshot of this episode and post it on Instagram or Facebook, and be sure to tag me and let me know if you haven't started building your email list yet. When are you going to get started? Make the commitment now. Feel free to use me as kind of like your accountability partner and just make the decision to get started. I would love to hear from you. Okay, there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this topic. I hope it helped you see the importance of starting an email list and that you can truly get started on this project today. Thank you so much for listening. I really appreciate you. Stay well and stay safe, and I will talk to you next time.
Thanks so much for listening. If you are ready to build a coaching business that gives you freedom and flexibility and allows you to make a meaningful impact in the world, but you're not really sure how to get started or what you need to do to attract the perfect clients and grow your income, then let me be your coach. I would love to teach you my exact framework, my proven method for how I created a freedom-based business for myself and how I've helped dozens of clients do the same thing and create a life that is better than their dreams. Get started by heading over to drkimfoster.com/business training, and there you can sign up for my free online training called The 4-Part Formula for Replacing Your 9-to-5 Income with a Coaching Business You Love.